Good morning. I'm using a new device today. Let's see how this works out. Good morning, everybody. Hope your day is going well. We're going to see what happens today. I'm wondering if it's the device or what. Trying to wait for people to come through. Because if it's the device, then I might have to switch the device. Which you wouldn't think that would have an effect on your viewership, but we shall see. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? We got some more bipolar weather. It was rainy yesterday. Today the sun is out, but of course it's what? It is breezy and cold. It's in the 40s. And it's like 41 degrees. I'm gonna put my dishes up. We're gonna see what happens. To see. I have to switch devices. Coffee smells good. Coffee pot smells good. Good morning. Everybody come on in. Hit the like button. So we can have some real talk about real life. Yep, that's what we're here for. We're here for the talk. We are here for the talk, yes. We are definitely here for the talk. How's everyone doing today? Please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Come on in. Come on in, peoples. Hey, how you doing today? How's everyone today? Everyone doing good? Is the sun shining where you are? Like I said, it was... You know, we got this both bipolar temperatures going on here. One day it'll be a nice spring day. You go out and get your walk on, and then the next day it's winter all over again. I guess we'll be going through that maybe until April. I don't know. How's the temperatures where you are? Okay. Make some coffee. We're going to make us some coffee. Coffee. Okay. Hey. Hi. How are you? I'm going to try to pronounce your name. Welcome. Is it Vianney? I hope I don't mess your name. Vianney Isabel? Can I just call you Isabel? How are you? Nice of you to join me today. How are you? Can you hit the like button for me and subscribe to my channel? I'd appreciate it. I'm trying to get pushed out into the algorithms. And if you like what I bring to you, like I said, become a subscriber. I'm trying my best to go live at least once a day. Excuse me. So what's new? Where are you from, Isabel? May I ask? Where are you from? Come on in, hit the like button. It's free. And I appreciate all the likes to push me out into the algorithm, to the YouTube algorithm. Yes. Let me see. Let me make sure the sound is good. Yes. So you can hear me? If you can hear me, put a 1 in this. So you can hear me? As long as you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat, please. I appreciate it. So how's everyone today? Did you do something fantastic over the weekend? I know it's Tuesday. I know a lot of people do Taco Tuesdays. Are you one of those people who do Taco Tuesday? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you're a Taco Tuesday type of person. I know I like tacos. It's just that I don't have the fixings for them right now. I'm gonna have to go get some more products. Let's see what's going on in the news today. Oh, they're still going through the LaGuardia airplane wreckage. I guess it'll be a while probably before they remove that off the tarmac. Oh wow. This is interesting. We got a Philadelphia police officer Malika Bell. She's accused of shoplifting at a TJ Maxx out in Delaware County. That's a shame. Let me see if I can pull this up. Get past this commercial. It's like, I know things are hard for everybody, but you're a police officer, ma'am. It's so sad.
Now on patrol at Philadelphia International Airport. The president called him in to assist TSA agents.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Easter Bunny may be currently at the mall, but it's never too early for a Santa wish list. Take a look at what was popular at the annual toy fair in New York City, where experts claim they have already found the must-have for the holiday season. Later in the
Kindness in action. A local animal rescue nurses a dog back from the brink. How the puppy quickly became the darling Clementine of their social media page.
first, got to talk about the chilly weather out there. Did you get any new puppets for your
Yeah, to
puppy?
talk about how cold it is outside. It is cold. It is most definitely cold outside. And I wanted to see the officers. Here we go.
This is found video of Officer Mika Bell, who works in the 9th District. She was arrested on Friday for shoplifting at a TJ Maxx in Radnor. No word on what she stole, but Internal Affairs is now investigating.
And she shoplifted in the TJ Maxx. Why, Officer Bell? So now her job is going to be jeopardized. But you know, the sad part is that you'd be surprised what people are going through or what they're into. Got my creamer for my coffee. Over the weekend, I had my grandchildren here. Ooh, that's nice and hot. They spent some time with me this weekend, and I don't know if anyone saw the short that I put up. My granddaughter was so funny. We were going through old photos, and I was showing them photos of their dad when he was their age. And I even gave them photos to take home so they could have their own personal photos of him. You know, when he was a boy. Hi, Annette. How are you? I'm so glad you could come into my live today. Girl, it is cold here. I don't know how it is in your area. I was going to go out walking. This bipolar temperatures are really getting to me now. I know I probably... You're good? Good. I came across your video that you did. You did a great job. It's snowing there? Oh my goodness. Oh wow. You think it'll be the type of snow, will it last? Or do you think it'll disappear after a while? You know how sometimes it'll snow and it'll just melt? I was telling them my grandkids were here over the weekend, and we pulled out the old photo albums, and, you know, I was showing them pictures of their father, you know, when he was a young boy. Oh, definitely. When I come across them, definitely, prayerfully, you'll know I've been there. I will definitely, you know, hit you up. So it was a picture of me. It was probably 30 years ago because I was in my late 30s when I took that picture. My granddaughter, she hollered. I mean, she squeaked. She shrieked. She was like, "Mama, is that you?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "But you don't have any gray hair." I had to laugh. I said, "I didn't always have gray hair. My hair used to be like a, not a ginger, but it was brown with red highlights. That was my natural hair color." And my son, one of my sons, his hair, he has that reddish brown hair color too. Yeah, so it was so funny to hear her scream. She couldn't believe it was me. You know, your grandkids, I guess they don't ever realize you as being young at one point, you know, because they're young. They can't, you know, they can't see you as being young. But yeah, I thought that was funny. I wish I had a tape, had a tape going when she did that. Maybe I'll do that the next time I show them some pictures. I'll just tape them. You're right. They don't think we've ever been young before. They think that we, when the way that they see us is how we've always been. They can't even imagine us as being children, you know? And I guess I was the same way with my grandparents too. When I think back, yeah, because I see pictures of my grandparents when they were younger. It was like, wow, like he was real handsome, and my grandmother, I thought she was beautiful. So there you go. You can't tell me any other way to be. But I was saying there was an officer here. One of the police officers here has been arrested for shoplifting. And I know, everybody's going through some tough times now, but that's a lot. It's a possibility she might lose her job, or, if they find her guilty, that's a blemish on her record, you know? And I know everybody wants spring to hurp and get here. Excuse me. But think about it. Once spring gets here, it's just summer. How you doing? Is it Michelle? Is that how you pronounce your name? Thanks for coming through. How's the diet going? Well, I just monitor how much I eat. It's not like a diet. And I'm trying to also incorporate walking in with, what I'm doing. So I could get that healthiness back up. So I could become healthier, should I say? I know a lot of people, if you're in my live, could you please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already? I really appreciate it. Just like when I drink my coffee, I try not to I don't put sugar in my coffee. I just put the creamer in it, and it's, to me, it's sweet enough for my taste. Oh, you're from Argentina. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Just like today, I'm just eating cheese and crackers. Yeah, I'm just trying to watch how much I intake, And another thing I have to work on is drinking water. Speaking of water, I said I want to investigate. They're saying that the use of AI affects our water supplies. So I'm going to ask AI if he'll tell me the truth. It says yes, AI can affect our water supply, but the impact is indirect and depends on how the technology is built and used. And what it is number one, the cooling, they have to cool the data systems. And so AI runs on powerful computers housed in data centers owned by companies like Google, Microsoft, and OpenAI. These machines generate a lot of heat, so water is often used in cooling systems to keep them from overheating. Some facilities use millions of gallons of water per year. And in hot or dry regions, this can strain the local water resources. Wow. And the second part to this, it says electricity production. AI requires large amounts of electricity. Wow, that is interesting. Interesting. I didn't know that either. And, there are some groups out here, they really are talking against us using AI. But I don't know how, like, once the genie is out of the bottle, how do you get the genie back into the bottle? You know what I'm saying? It's because, and the reason I say that is because AI supposedly is so efficient or is used to make our lives efficient. So, once people get to use that convenience, it's going to be hard to get them not to use it anymore. Just like I remember, just think about it. Even when computers first came out, everybody didn't have a computer. Um, but once more people start buying them and the prices came down, it's kind of hard to find somebody's household that doesn't have at least one computer in it. Same with cell phones. When cell phones first came out, just like my cell phone I have now, I had this number since the 90s when they first came out. I wasn't using it like that. I would use it if I went traveling and in case of an emergency or something. But other than that, I really didn't use the cell phone like that when they first came out. But now, when you think about it, it's like a part of our appendage. You know what I'm saying? How many times have you walked out the house and you had to go back because you left your cell phone? And that's because now we are so attached to using that type of technology that you don't want to leave your home without it. You might need something on there. You might need a some type of banking app or even going to the supermarket. You might need that cell phone to download coupons or even get to your bank. You know, a lot of people, they are attached to those cell phones. Even like my grandkids. Now they don't have cell phones yet, but they have those iPads and they know how to use my cell phone. You know what I'm saying? So they're attached to it. When their iPads die, it's like, their whole persona dies down with that iPad because they might have been into something that they were doing on the iPad. They were into a game or an app that they were playing. And they really, you can see their whole personality change when that iPad dies. So, yeah, our society has really gotten attached to this new technology. So, like I said, once that genie gets out that bottle, it's hard to get society to go backwards. You said my kids too. It's so I give them a little time. Yeah, and I'll tell them, you can play your iPad. Once it dies, oh well, we have to plug it up. You know. Yep. So it's just amazing how we have this new technology, and I understand where a lot of people are going with this AI situation, because once you institute AI, just like last week when I was in the supermarket, that's all AI with those carts. They want you to scan your own groceries and stuff and go through the line. That's AI. That right there is AI taking over, and it's going to take over jobs, and after a while, it's going to take over, you know, probably society, basically. I don't know if I'll be ready to go to a doctor under AI. That's going to be the next step. I worked in healthcare, and trust me, everything was computerized. I can remember healthcare when we didn't have when we the only computers we had were to more or less get patient information. That was the beginning of the computer situation. Because when I started working, we were still charting, by hand. And that was in the 80s. Okay? Now here it is, 2020s. In the 2020s, they have, okay, I work in a laboratory. So they have instrumentation where technically they're saying that one person, you only need one person, maybe two, to run a whole entire laboratory, which at one time, I'm trying to think of all the different stations. You would need, let's say, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's say you would need at least 11 to 12 people to run a lab properly, okay, and efficiently. Where now they have instrumentation in these labs where they're saying you could go from 12 people to 2 people. I say BS because I've worked in the lab, like I said, for years. But that's what these corporations and companies are telling everybody. That excuse me, that's what these hospitals are telling everybody. And so what that does is that it cuts down staffing problems. And then you save money because you're not paying that much in salaries, you know, going from 12 to 2, cut salaries. So you're saving money. They're claiming it's more efficient time wise. I beg to differ. Because if it's something wrong, you still got to troubleshoot to find out where the problem is and how to correct it. Um, And they're saying that it puts out the results in a quicker or more efficient time wise. And that's what they call the turnaround time from the time that you collect the specimen from the patient and get it to the lab, have the lab run it, and then get those results into the computer. I I sometimes it's okay, but you got to put those stops in the computer system where it won't send a crazy result into the patient's chart, because you don't want that patient to be monitored or um, given the wrong medications or the wrong treatment because of the incorrect results that can go into the computer. So you got to have all those stop gaps in place so that won't happen, because that increases what? Your insurance for these hospitals. If you do something incorrectly or put something incorrectly into a patient's chart, which can be a detriment to the patient, good or bad, that's not, your insurance is going to go up as far as hospital care and stuff like that. And yeah, so we'll see how far they're going to go with this computer system that they're now labeling as AI, which is advanced intelligence. We'll see. And just imagine if they use AI even in a situation with policing, because that's going to be next. They're going to have these robots or AI intelligence people coming out here to police different areas. You know, what if they misread something? You know what I'm saying? It and I hate to say I'm into that sci-fi stuff, so I think about stuff like that. There is a movie that's on Netflix. I don't know if anyone has seen it. And the movie is called War Machine. If you have the capabilities of watching that movie, I would say watch it. That movie had me sitting on the edge of my seat. Um, it shows the advancement of computers, robots, AI, I guess. Um, yeah, it was quite interesting. A little on the scary side too. I would classify that as a definite sci-fi thriller. And I said I'm going to watch it again because I'm quite sure there's some things I might have missed along the way. You know how you watch something the first time, you be like, really engrossed into the storyline. But I want to watch it again so I can see how things have really, if there's something I missed that I need to pick up again. But that movie was quite interesting. War Machine. If you get a chance, please take a look at it. That was really, it gets your mind to going to where we can go as far as computer technology. I've always been interested in science. I like sci-fi. I hate to say it. Some horror. I'm into horror films too. But I'm definitely a sci-fi person. That's what made me go into the profession that I have. It's because of the advancement of technology. That was my um, that's what I studied when I went to college. So it's interesting. It is really interesting where they can go with these different computers or, with your science background. Yeah. So, are the kids out for spring break yet? I know some of the kids are going out on spring break. My grandson, he's in well, I have two different groups of grandkids. I have um my oldest, she is an adult. Then I have the group of teenagers, they're in school now. And then I also have the little ones who are in, the primary grade school. And the little ones that were here last weekend, they're 6 and 4. But I don't think they're getting like a full week off from for spring break. I think they're only getting a couple days. The school that he goes to. But I must admit, he's doing well in school. He's reading, and I think he's only in, I want to say he's in first grade, but he's reading really well as far as, the words and everything. And his new word that he was using this weekend is boring. Everything is boring. When his computer went down, when his iPad, when the charge went to zero, he told me, "Oh, it's just so boring." Yeah, that's his new go-to word, boring. But I love engaging with them because I like to see where their minds are as far as how they see the world or how they view things. I enjoy that. I really do. That's the best part. I hate to say it. As a teenager, I was not into. I come from a large family, so when it came to other kids, I did not want to be bothered. So I was not that teenager who would babysit somebody's kids to make money. That was not me. I'd rather go and get a job at a store or a company or something. Most of the time, it was a company. Um, just so I didn't have to deal with babysitting somebody's kids to make money. I would just get a job after school or something like that. But different neighbors would say, "Oh, would you mind babysitting my child?" No, no, ma'am, that's not me. I had enough babies to take care of in my own household, or little sister, should I say. I did not want to babysit. Now, a couple of my younger sisters, they used to babysit, but that was not me. So I never even thought about having kids myself when I was coming up. That was like the furthest thing from my mind. So when I told a couple of my friends that I was getting married, and my girlfriends couldn't believe, they were like, "You're getting what? Married?" And then I told one girlfriend that I was pregnant. She stopped talking to me. Yeah. I was like, "Okay." Yeah, she literally stopped talking to me because I was always that person that I didn't want to have kids. I was going to get married. That was my mindset until I met that man, and he swept me off my feet. I guess you can say. Yeah, I must admit we had a pretty good life together. It wasn't perfect, as a lot of relationships aren't, but we did have good times, and we also had three boys. Our three sons. So I I was glad he was there for that, because you know, it's hard as a woman to try to raise a son, because I really think sons or men, boys to become men, they need their dads in their life. They really do. Because a woman, as far as I'm concerned, I could teach you the essentials, how to take care of yourself. But as far as being a man, that's not my place. I can't teach a man how to be a man, because I'm not a man. Boys need their dads in their lives. And I really maintain that. If they don't have their dads in their life, for whatever reason, it could be, they're no longer with us, but they need a strong man figure in their life. If they don't have their dads, they need a grandfather or an uncle, somebody to teach these men how to be men. I think that's where a lot of society has gone wrong, because these young men don't have that male figure in their life to teach them how to be a man. And they need somebody, a strong man in their life. And I hate to say it, you really have to pick and choose who that man's going to be. Because baby, you got to be careful who you give your son up to. There's some male predators out here. Um, you hear those horror stories where women get with these men, or the men approach these single mothers that have boys because they're predators. That's the scary part. That right there. That is the scary part. So, yeah, I know a few situations like that. You just, yeah, you got to pick and choose who you have in your child's life, not only the boys, but the girls too. Um, I know times in our relationship, and I would date here and there, but I just would not bring them around my children. I I just couldn't, because you just don't know who these people are. You don't know if they're there for you or if they're there for your children. You know? So I would go out to, see these people. If they came to my place, my sons wouldn't be there. It would be like a time period where they would be with their dad, or even with my parents. Even my sister has, watched my kids. My different sisters have watched my kids during that time period. Because you got to be so careful. That's why when I hear these stories about, these young ladies, when something happens to the child, and then you find out that the boyfriend has something to do with what happened to that baby or that child, that just breaks my heart. It's like, mm. And I don't know if they if the signs were there and they just didn't pick up the signs that this person didn't have their best intentions at heart? Or is it because they just want that companionship so much that they're just going to go along with the program just so they can say, I got a man, or, I got somebody in my life? It's, I, you know, com- coming from a point of, um, I have that spiritual slash religious background. Sometimes you just have to pray on a situation and ask for guidance. Ask for guidance when it comes to dating and when it comes from these people. And don't be afraid to even ask people, investigate these people that you bring into your life. Investigate them. Trust me. I believe a lot of these men, when they want to date us, if the tables were turned, I think they would investigate you. And I think a lot of women need to start investigating on these different men. Find out what they're about. If they said, oh, I was married before, I got a family here, do you take out time with your children? I know you said you have children. Do you take care of your children? Do you help the mother out with those kids that you have? You know, you find out some of these guys, they got a baby mama, they got more than one baby mama. Do you help her out with the kids? Do you take care of all your kids? I know some people say, well, I see some of my kids, but not all of them. Why? You have to tell me why before you come around my kids. Yeah, that part. You have to tell me why you're not allowed to see your kids. Why that woman won't let you see your child. You're paying child support. Evidently you're taking money out of your accounts or your paycheck every week, every 2 weeks or whatever. So you're paying child support. But how come you can't see your child? You would have some explaining to do, as Ricky said. You got some explaining to do, honey. Yeah. So anybody decide what they're gonna fix for dinner tonight? I'm trying to decide between, I have some cabbage in there, which I may still cook up. I also have salad. I might make a salad. I had over the weekend I had salad with I cooked up some fried shrimp. I think it was like 6 fried shrimp. I battered them and fried them up. I ate that with a tall salad. So I have more salad in there. And so I might have that. And maybe this time I'll saute the shrimp. I think that would be a good meal. I'm trying to think, what did I have last night? Oh, I hate to say it, I had breakfast for dinner last night. I just didn't feel like cooking. So I just scrambled a couple eggs. I had some toast, eggs, and a couple strips of bacon. I hate to say it, y'all. I think um, I notice when I eat bacon now, because I don't eat, I might eat bacon. I buy a maybe every 6 months. Like sometimes I just want that bacon taste. And I've been noticing when I eat bacon now, I'm starting to get sick. I don't know if it's the grease. And I drain the grease of it when I cook it, but I just started getting like a little nauseous last night after I ate I had two strips of bacon, scrambled eggs, two scrambled eggs, and a slice of toast with butter and jelly. I I was kind of nauseous after that, and so I'm starting to wonder if it's the grease from the bacon. Maybe I don't know. Because like I said, I don't eat bacon that often, and I do. That was pork bacon that I had last night. Um, I don't eat a lot of pork. It's okay. Um, I do eat pork chops, like I said, maybe once every 6 months. I haven't had any lately. So it might be the pork. Um, and I'm trying to remember last time I had ribs if it made me nauseous. I haven't had ribs. It's been probably over a year. I know it's been over a year. So it could be the pork because I don't eat it that often. And I'm not a beef person. I don't really eat beef like that. I haven't had beef. I shouldn't have say haven't, but it's been over 25 years. Yeah, I got sick years ago and I just stopped eating beef then. But I really enjoyed our little conversation today. Um, I hope all of you have also enjoyed it. Um, please subscribe to my channel. I try to go live at least once a day. If something interesting comes along, I will go live again or I'll put some more videos out. Definitely. Um, like and subscribe. Please hit the like button. If you have a comment, please leave a comment in the comment area. I read my comments. I will respond. If you have any suggestions for my channel, just put them in the comment area and I'll take a look at them. It doesn't cost anything to like, subscribe, or even comment. If you're watching this on replay, type replay. Let me know, whether you enjoyed what we discussed. I really appreciate you all coming through my live. I hope you come back for the next live. And when you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button and it will alert you every time I come on live. If it warms up later today, maybe I'll go out and take a little walk. But like I said, right now it's really, really chilly out. It's a little on the breezy side. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But everyone, have a great day. Hope to see you in the next live. Thanks for coming through, everybody. Inette, thank you. Isabel, Vienna, thank you for coming through. Michelle, thank you for coming through from Argentina. I really appreciate everybody. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.